We are your entertainment ticket, that's right. Yeticket.com. We are your entertainment ticket, that's right. Yeticket.com. Yeticket.com.
Hey, this is Al McGee with your entertainment ticket at www.yeticket.com. The film I'm going to talk about right now is called Deepwater Horizon. Let me just tell you a little bit about my experience with this film. This film is about, the Deepwater Horizon incident where it spilled all that oil there in the Gulf and destroyed many lives and things like that. But the story I really did not follow was the death of 11 people on an oil rig. It just flew right by me, and I only concentrated on all that oil gushing from the bottom of the ocean. I'm glad I saw this film, and I'm glad that Peter Berg, the director, and also he based this on an article that he read by David Rhodey and Stephanie Saul, and then the screenwriter, Matthew Sand, put this together and made a movie out of this. I feel this is a story worthwhile and worth telling. In this film stars Mark Wahlberg, again, Peter Berg and Mark Wahlberg teaming up again. They did Lone Survivor before. And Mark Wahlberg playing Mike Williams, one of the survivors of that disaster. Dalen O'Brien as Caleb Holloway, and Kate Hudson as Felicia Williams, Mike Williams' wife. Kurt Russell as Jimmy Harrell. He was a technician there. And John Malkovich, he was with BP. And Gina Rodriguez as Andrea Fielis. She was on there too. Andrea was, not Gina. Gina's the actress. Anyway, the film opens up with the voice of the real Mike Williams explaining and narrating what's going on, who the people are. Now, one thing I like about this film, it showed you how they lived that life on an oil rig and what it was all about. Also, their personal lives too. Their family, friends, and things like that. And how many days they have to stay on the oil rig, how they got to the oil rig. They had to use a helicopter to go about 5 miles from shore to get on the oil rig. And they stayed there for a number of weeks, working without seeing their family. But, they had some communications with their family, internet, things like that. Now, Peter Berg did a great job in showing the disasters that happened, or the explosions and everything that happened there on that oil rig. And Mike Williams, as he was explaining some things as he narrated, also talked about it too, the realism of this oil rig. And that's why I enjoyed this film. What happened and the way the film showed it, it was scary, explosive, and made me want to say, I don't want to work on an oil rig. Not that it's too much work. It's just too dangerous. And actually, the oil rig, too, is almost like a boat. It's floating. It's not really stationary, stable with anything. And I will admit this, that these people who survived this are heroes, and they really sacrificed themselves to save each other. Man, Peter Berg did a great job. And the acting, with Mark and Gina and John and Kurt, was very good too in this film. But I'm only going to give this film 3 palm trees out of 4, or 3 stars out of 4 stars. It's not the perfect film, but it is a very good film to watch. And you will say, now I fully understand working on an oil rig is dangerous, and you really got to applaud these people, because at the beginning of the film, it really showed how we here in America use oil for many things, many things, and we are consumed by using oil. And Deepwater Horizon will consume you as a moviegoer. I highly recommend it. 3 palm trees out of 4, or 3 stars out of 4 for Deepwater Horizon. Thank you for watching me, Al McGee, at www.yeticket.com.
We are your entertainment ticket, that's right. Yeticket.com. We are your